Hello everybody and welcome to ReZero Director's Cut Episode 9 Anime Review. Leave that in, that's fine. You know the drill by now. Bloody hell, I'm missing all my words today. You know the drill by now. I don't believe there's anything new, which is... It's getting to the point where it's a little bit concerning because, you know, they said there'd be new scenes and I haven't seen any new scenes yet. Like, what? You're lying to me. We're on episode 9. To be fair, the ones that I thought would be in it and not till towards the end. So we've got it's after there. Doesn't matter, I'm not going to spoil it just in case, but yeah, this episode basically Subaru does more Subaru things where he was angry for a bit, then he was angry some more, then he was very sad. Then he was sad. We ended with the sad, I think. Or did we set? No, we ended with anger and sad. Bit of both. Let's go with that. Also, Rem is a treasure that must be protected. I can't wait till next week. Also, there's a there's a scene in this episode that I completely forgot about happened until we got to the point. I was like, oh yeah, bad word. That is a thing that happened, and it was poor. Again, it's like, let's get into it, man. Let's just do this. Gonna go quite quick through the beginning because it's not the most notable thing. Basically, Subaru talks to Crush for a bit. There's a merchant guy there. His name is Russell Fellow. Ignore me looking at my notes then. I swear I've memorized this. Subaru asks Crush for help basically with the witch's coat, and she says, "Negotiations, bitch." And he says, she's like, "Amelia will have to drop out," and he's like, "Fine," and she's like, "Absolutely not. Why on earth would you think that's a thing?" And then she accuses him of being a witch cultist, and Subaru doesn't take that too well because he hates the witch's cultist. He's known them for 5 minutes and he hates them. To be fair, if there's ever some people that you only need 5 minutes to know you'd hate them for, it's probably Betelgeuse and the witch's cultist. Rem sticks up for him though, which is always nice because she's the best. Subaru wants to kill the whole cult. He has a pretty angry tirade and everything. Crush thinks, hey, you're just using Amelia to get to the witch's cult because you hate them. And Subaru gets pretty mad about that. And then she's like, you never said you wanted to save Amelia. You're just talking about killing the cult. And he's like, and he's annoyed because he knows she's right. And but she does say, I know you're not lying, or I know you at least think you're telling the truth. Like, and then she calls him insane, or a madman, or crazy. One of the, you know, versions of the word. And it's Subaru leaves in a huff as he does. Rem follows, obviously. Then in the I guess inn hotel, Rem is doubting him as well. She's like, if what you say is true, and he's like, what? And he's like, here's what I meant to say was, and he's like, don't be mean to Rem. Rem's stuck through you with thick and thin. She's put up with your crap, Subaru. She's the best. But then Rem basically tells him, hey, Roswell is out. Reinhard can't help either. We need to go find some other people. And Subaru's like, tomorrow morning we shall visit the others. Subaru first goes to ask Priscilla, and she's like, lick my foot and then I'll consider it. And then he does it, or he's about to do it, and then she calls him insignificant and like how this is like he's pitiful and like nothing he's doing is like showing dedication or anything. He's just bad basically. So basically, that's 2 of the 5 candidates. Well, no, he technically turned Amelia against him a bit as well. 3 of the 5 candidates that he's turned against him. So Subaru, you're not exactly batting 100 right now. She gets Al to take him out and says, "Oh, you can kill him or whatever." And he's just like, "I'm not. That's a bit of a difference. I'm not going to do that." Because Al is like the chillest dude, and he's a character I completely forgot about, like that existed. So, Al, salute you, my friend. Then he angry walks through the town. You can tell he's angry. He's like going, "Oh," like that, and he's really annoyed. He's like shoving people, and he's like, "Come on, that's a bit rude. If someone had done that to me in the street, I would have lamped him." So Subaru's very lucky. He's still got a head in one piece. He runs into Anastasia and her assistant, Mimi. Not an assistant. She's like a knight, or not a knight, a second income. She's a fighting person. Her name's Mimi, and she's a child. So, you know, basically, then they sit down to talk. Anastasia tells him, I'm going to have to look at my notes for this bit, iron weapons and dragon carriages are all being bought up. So yeah, Crush is buying the weapons, and then which Subaru accidentally lets slip information about Russell. And then it turns out, because Anastasia knew he was in such a mood, that she could get information out of him easy. Oh, she also gives him an envelope with some address for some dragon carriages on it. But yeah, he gets mad again because she manipulated him to get some information. So, a lot of Subaru getting mad. We're not even to the end of Subaru getting mad, there's a lot more of it to come. She gives him some advice about negotiating, and Subaru is in a mood. He almost rips up the envelope or whatever, like an idiot. And she says like, Julius went all to this. She's like the second person that says, oh no, was it just the first? She's like, Julius went all that trouble for you, and I'm assuming that means that's because, you know, he played the bad guy. And yeah, then it turns out the whole cafe was like her private army, so she had the whole thing prepared from the beginning. Wasn't no accident at all. What? Damn it, Subaru. Pay some attention. They weren't even disguised. They were all wearing the same clothes. And you saw Mimi. She was wearing the same clothes too. You have no excuse, Subaru. And then Rem shows up and says, yeah, the knights can't help us because they get these fake tips all the time, so they don't believe us, basically. Or we can't, you know, 100% trust us. That's not good. Subaru has a plan. It's not a very good one, though. So Subaru's ingenious plan is we're going to head back to the mansion and just grab others and get them out of there. Don't know how we're going to do that, but that's the plan. Yeah, that's not a plan, Subaru. That's an objective or a goal. Plan involves, you know, actual like steps and things you could do to make it feasible, basically. So, you know, he's not too good at that at the moment. They run into a merchant camp where Otto is. Remember Otto? He showed up briefly the other episode. Basically, he bought a load of oil out of season, so he's worried he can't sell it, then he'll go out of business. Subaru's like, I'll buy it and I'll buy all the other stuff you've got if you give us transport. Fantastic, they've got transport achieved. Subaru whips out his phone to check a map, something about a flugel tree. Then a bandana guy that's riding with them disappears, and then Otto's like, there was no bandana guy. Shut up, Subaru, you idiot. And then there's fog, and then there's a big eye. And what is that big eye? Well, first off, there's a fog screen, which is like a smoke screen, but fog. But fog is sort of like smoke, so there's just a smoke screen still. What is fog? What is fog? Is it like steam? I'm just an idiot here. I genuinely don't know what fog is. Like, what causes fog? I'm gonna look that up later. What causes fog? And the answer is going to be giant flying whales. That's the answer. It's a white whale. It's a giant whale. Don't really have much more to add, but it's pretty dangerous. So Rem, Subaru, and Otto then, because they're on their one tractor. Not a tractor. It's a cart, caravan. What do you call it? Carriage. That's a good word. That's the word we'll use. Carriage. They do some evasive maneuvers. Rem gives Subaru the money, and then Subaru like hugs her. He's like, "You are not going, Rem. You stay." And then she's like, "This is fine." And I'm like, "No, it's not fine." She like pressure points him, and then he gets knocked out, and then she goes to fight. He wakes up later on. Otto's like, "Yeah, she jumped off to go fight so we could get out. She's dead, dude." Subaru then says turn around, and he does it a little seriously too. He's like, turn around now, like all angrily. And Otto says, hey, no, White Whale killed the first Master Swordsman, so I think that's like the same class as name, bugger, Reinhard, that's the one. So basically it killed a Reinhard, which, you know, that's not good. But then Otto does the old, who's Rem? And I'm like, you bastard. No, that phrase has just been burned into my soul. My friends keep saying it. It's annoying. I'll be like, yeah, Rem does this. They're like, who's Rem? And I'm like, shut up. Shut up. Just this episode, I think there was, what, 3 who's Rems? At least 2. No more who's Rems, please. No more indeed. Yeah, Subaru then punches him, because of course he does. Because he's like, oh, who's Rem? Don't know who that is. Then the White Whale shows up. Turns out White Whale's chasing Subaru because he smells, I assume. And then Otto just pushes him off the cart so that he can survive. Which, I mean, makes sense, but damn, dude, didn't even think about it. Just, whew, see ya. Subaru runs and cries from the whale that he doesn't want to die. But then, the whale leaves him alive. Just, They're just like, nah, it's bedtime, mate. I'm going to sleep. Sorry. Subaru's like, I'm alive? What? And it's like, how? How are you? Subaru, I forgot he lived. I'm going to be completely honest. Like, I'm a bit shaky on this part. This episode in particular, I was a little bit shaky on what happened. Like, I remember at least the first part of next episode. I can definitely say that for sure. But anyway, yeah. So Subaru's alive. That's good stuff. That's good so far. On his walk to the mansion, he runs into Otto's dragon cart. Turns out Otto probably got witched, so he's kind of dead. We don't see his body. Safe to assume he's not alive anymore. And then as Subaru gets into the forest, the kids show up to come and save him. And I legit thought he was having a hallucination, but no, they were real. And then he passes out, and I was like, but before he passes out, he was like, I made it in time this time. So I thought he was going to say that and then just die, because I didn't remember this too well. No, he survived. He wakes up in the bed, mistakes Ram for Rem. That's right. And then they have a little bit of banter. And then Subaru's like, you know, Rem's dead, right? And she's like, who's Rem? And Subaru's like, damn it, you know, it's really, you know, him being the only one that remembers her. I think even anyone would start questioning their own sanity at that point. It's like, did I just make up a person? Are my memories wrong? It's like, no, the world's memories are wrong. Basically anything to do with her's gone. All the memories have been like adjusted to where she wasn't there. Her room is just empty. I guess the white whale just came and emptied her room while no one was looking. I'm laughing, but I've got to find places to laugh at this point in ReZero, because otherwise, boom, the mood will crush me. Subaru goes to see Amelia, and then he does a crap job explaining. Subaru, just say, hey, witch's cult's coming. We need to leave. He never mentioned the witch's cult, not once. Like, are you a dumbass? Are you stupid, Subaru? What are you doing? Obviously, Amelia can't understand because he's done a crap job of explaining. So then Subaru, she says like, I don't have time for this. Like, and then Subaru's like, it's pointless to do anything. Nothing you do will help anything. It's, you know, you're gonna fail regardless. And as he's saying it, she's getting all like, she's got like proper hurt eyes. But then she looks at Subaru and it's like, why are you crying so sadly? And it's because obviously he's saying it about her. He's talking meaning about himself. He's like, nothing I do is going to change anything, you know, and he's trying his best. She also forgot Rem, and then he's like, well, if Rem's dead, then I'm going to tell her everything. So he does the I can return by death. Witch hand it like touches his heart like that, and he's like, weird. Usually that hurts a lot more. And then Amelia just falls on him, and it turns out she's dead. She was the one with the crushed heart. So, rip Amelia. Rip Rem, rip Amelia. Rip, who else died? Otto. No one cares about Otto. I don't care about Otto, to be honest. You got like Rem and Amelia are like up here, and then Otto's like off the camera. That's how little. He was asking for it when he pushed Subaru off, to be fair. But no, Amelia's dead. That's the thing to take away from this. Not good. I was about to ask who dies the most, but it's almost definitely Subaru, right? Anyway, Subaru we skipped to like sunset, so I guess Subaru just sat with her corpse for like hours, which is Subaru. I mean, it's not long enough for it to start to smell, but blood, dried blood, a lot of blood, you know. Man, don't even know what to say on that. Biko shows up and is like, well, Puck's not coming back because he's gone back to his original form. And then he's like, Biko, kill me, please. And she's like, no, I'm not gonna. Why would you ask me to do that? Like, she says a great line later on. She's like, go, here as well. She's like, if you want to die, do it yourself. And it's like, oof, yeah, don't ask someone else to kill you. That's a bit, you know, that's bad for everything. And then she starts being like, I've had enough of the suffering. I've had enough of everything. It's like, Biko, you're showing emotion, which is a thing she does, but I always forget. Like, before this rewatch, I sort of had it in my head she was like completely emotionless the whole time. I guess I just didn't pay attention the first time, or I forgot it was a while ago. She throws Subaru and Amelia's body out the house because she's like, this mansion is going to get blown up if you stay here, basically. And then she says, die where I can't see you. And it's like, oh, hurts again, Biko. I wish you had more time to tell me more about who you are, because don't know too much about her, honestly, and you know, kind of would like to know more. They end up outside, Subaru and Body. Betelgeuse and the cultists show up as Subaru's wallowing in his self-pity, asking to be killed. You know, they do the old Betelgeuse shtick, slothful. Does he say my brain trembles? He should do. Subaru can see his hands, and then he angrily bites his fingers. This is Betelgeuse angrily. It's pretty grim. I can see why they had that off screen. Like, it's the camera's like just missing biting his fingers off. Not good at all. And then he's gonna rip Amelia's body in half in front of Subaru and make him watch. Which most shows I'd be like, they're not gonna show that. But it's ReZero, and the other episode they showed Rem's body like twisted around. It's like, that's pretty grim. They might show it. They don't, because who saves the day? It's Puck. Puck saves the day, and he's pissed. He's like, what are you doing to my daughter? And I'm like, your daughter's dead already. There's no, I mean, I guess don't do nothing with the body, like preserve it and all that, but you ain't bringing her back, Puck, you know. And he's mad. Did he get Betelgeuse? He got all the cultists. I think he might have left Betelgeuse. So we're gonna have an epic 1v1. Puck's gonna crush him, which, you know, to be fair, that's something we want to see. Subaru, I mean, Subaru's the one that did it, really. So it's Subaru's fault. He should kill Subaru, which, does he do that? I don't remember, to be honest. I'm wondering where we are in the you know, original time. We got to be around 17, 18? I'm gonna have to figure it out later. By figure it out, I mean just look on Crunchyroll. Anyway, I've been rambling. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's review. I enjoyed this week's episode. It was seeing Subaru's descent into madness, then is just him being a bad person, and then he is my favourite part of the show, and that might be a controversial thing to say, because he's not a good person, and a lot of people don't like watching not good people. I think it's really interesting, so yeah. Anyway, my voice is starting to go, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you everybody for watching. I will see you next week for another episode of this, and bye guys.